Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. So today we would like to share with you guys about post-event activity, which is post-event management on chapter 7. So before we start the explanation, I will introduce myself. My name is Nur Ain binti Yusuf, which is I'm the first presenter that will talk about interpret participant feedback. Participant feedback can help you better understand what you need to do and how to do it. It can improve the work that you're already doing and make sure you adjust to change in community or the population that call for change in your approach or your goals. Overall, the purpose of obtain feedback is to assure the quality of your works. You might obtain participant feedback through the use of survey such as written, face-to-face or by phone, individual or group interview, focus group, town meeting, or whole program format meeting, or journals. Whatever method that you choose, you're more likely to get honest feedback if you treat participants as a partner working with you toward a common goals. Feedback from those everyone have the closest perspective on what you're doing, those you serve, or whom your work is meant to benefit, can be tremendously helpful in making your program. It's not always easy to get honest feedback from everyone because they may be reluctant to criticize or may be afraid to respond at all the various reasons. But their feedback is important enough that it's worth the effort to get around their reluctance. Perhaps the best way to ensure honest feedback is to involve participants in what you're doing from beginning. If they're part of the planning, implementation, and evaluation of your works, they will feel ownership and trust you and the work enough to tell you what they really think. So that's all from me. Thank you very much.
Hello, I'm the next presenter. My name is Emilia Amos. My matrix number is 36DOP1F1038. So I will explain about the event management cost analysis. Cost analysis is essential to measuring the cost-output relationship of the business or event. This will help determine the cost ensuring in the hiring the input and how well can be managed to increase the output or productivity of the firm. What important of cost analysis? Cost analysis is essential in identify the fund and amount required to complete a particular project, such as this analysis will determine the cost and benefit of a company from this event planning and what decision to make in order to successfully execute the event plan for the company years and party. So without it, you could end up spending a large amount of resources on necessary project materials. The reason why conducting a cost analysis is better for any type organization. The first one is to evolve project. It's important to access to proposed project for every angle. This will also show the potential benefit of investing in marketing ideas, operational change, product development, and infrastructure investments. By telling all potential costs accurately, you can easily determine whether the benefit varying the cost and if a given investment is a good choice. The number 2 is to prepare budget and sales projection. Cost analysis make budgeting and whole lot easier and reliable. Creating a list of all the possible costs offers you a glimpse of the budget needed you undertake a project. For example, venue rental, catering service, direction, and event program. The number 3, to prioritize investment undertake a project. To prioritize investment with proper cost analysis, you can examine portable project for possible benefits and see which should be prioritized first. For example, the company has significantly decreased its expenses on this year's end party for the past 3 years. Company will save more money as it cut down its total expenses. And the last number 4, to establish goals. For instance, if the company invests a majority of these resources on a promising project that only generate half of this expected revenue, then a company may be resort to cut back on other costs. This is why it's important for the organization to be practical with a decision, set specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound goals for every one of these departments. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi madam, my name is Shazana Wadia from DP4B. So I want to explain about clarify supplier performance. Supplier performance management (SPM) is a business practice that is used to measure, analyze, and manage the performance of supplier. Supplier management professionals seeks to cut costs, alleviate risk, and drive continuous improvement. Supplier performance management best practice. First, all organizations must develop a core competency to quantify and manage their risk effectively in order to be successful over time. Second, when dealing with supplier, there are substantial risks and potential for disaster in the form of bankruptcy, environmental problem, delivery failure, lack of material, poor performance, and product defect. Third, most organizations recognize that the risks exist, but do not take sufficient steps to manage them effectively. For the supplier evaluation, divide by two, which is purchasing category and logistic information system. For purchasing category, first score on client level. Available criteria, they have 5, which is quantity, time, quality, price, and questionnaire. Then score available real time, score not available from buyer negotiation sheet. And then for their logistic information system, first score on purchasing organization level, and they have criteria 7, quantity, time, quality, price, sustainability, service, invoice. Score available after evaluation run, score available for buyer negotiation sheet.
Clarify strength and weakness of event for future improvement, or known as SWOT. Do you know what is SWOT analysis? SWOT analysis is a strategic planning method used to evaluate the strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat that involved in the event or business. It involves specifying the objective of the business or event. Besides, SWOT analysis also helps in identifying the external and internal factors that are favorable and unfavorable to achieve your organization objectives. I will start with letter S that stands for strength. Strength include list of all valuable resources that an organization can use to exploit the external environment. How to identify your event strength? There are 2 types of method that we can use, which is postmortem, meeting with your organization, or survey. When you do a postmortem, ask between your team, what is advantage do you have over other event? Or what idea you do for this event that has not been done before? Everything you can control and create in a positive way are your strengths. On our last event, technology is our strength. Technology helps a lot since we are in the pandemic, so we just make a virtual event using Google Meet application. Besides, we post the poster to our social media to let everyone notice our event, and in the same time we are promoting our event. Let's move to the next letter, which is W, that stands for weakness. I'm sure that every event have their own weakness, whether the participant realize or not, especially when you organize an event for the first time. Weakness is what sets you apart from the rest in a negative way. They take away from your strength. We can identify that it was a weakness when things didn't work out as you planned for your event. However, we can still identify the weakness during the postmortem with asking your team, what do your customer or guests complain about? Or anything that noticeably needs improvement in your event? to focus on your weaknesses, access and answer the question and see what areas need improvement. Next, let's move to the letter O, that stands for opportunity. In this part, it includes all of the possibilities that an organization pursue or exploit to gain benefit. Use this part of your chart to find what you can seek out to improve and build stronger for your event. Last but not least, let's move to the last letter, T. T for threat. Threat is the factor that can have the potential to reduce an organization's performance. What I understand about a threat is, it is something you have absolutely no control over, unfortunately. By having an external factor that could impact your event in negative way, it's important to consider creating strategy for dealing with these threats if they ever occur. In other words, every threat that you recognize must have the contingency plan. I will use our last event as an example for this threat. Since we make a virtual event, so the threat is the low connection of internet. So it's important to create a strategy for dealing with different threats if they ever occur to get ahead of the game. That's all for SWOT. Thank you for lending your ear.
Hi, my name is Nurul Faiza from DTM40134. I will explain about write postmortem report and suggest improvement. Okay, first, what is postmortem? A postmortem is a process that helps improve projects by identifying what did and did work and changing organizational process to incorporate lessons learned. That's mean a process that helps us to complete more projects simply by identifying what is successful or unsuccessful. Second, postmortems are more than just fact-finding. In fact, the most important function of a postmortem are to drive process improvements and to promote best practice to repeat any success. For your information, the purpose of this postmortem is more to project from start to finish to determine what is correct and which can be improved. Next, a postmortem has many benefits, whether conducted for a project or an IT incident. The process can help improve communication, collaboration, and workflows, which make for a more efficient and successful organization. In addition, whether postmortem and improve work process and project management by acknowledging what went right and what went wrong. That means through postmortem we can improve communication and collaboration with team members. Last but not least, through the right postmortem report we can identify the weaknesses that we did in the previous event. We can make improve the next event. The next presenter I will pass to Nur Shuhana.
Hi Madam Alinda, my name is Nur Shuhana from DTM40134. In this audio, I will explain about a successful postmortem can accomplish. Before I start, I want to say sorry when my opinion is wrong. Let's start. Postmortem can help future projects run more smoothly in the following way. First is improve efficiency. So what I understand about improve efficiency, we must efficiency in the work. Example like start planning our event early, so kita terburu-buru dalam membuat kerja kita. Or we can improvement and find a better way to approach task next time. Second is boost communication. A postmortem, firstly I want to menambahkan sedikit maklumat. For your information, a postmortem is a meeting scheduled soon after a project ends, dedicated to discussing best practice and learning. So, in the meeting, we can give a team a chance to knowledge share about the project or event as a whole from the top and down. In addition, by talking and listening to each other, you help bring team closer together and improve everyone communicate each other. Third is learn from mistake. So I will explain with the example. Example in our event before I serve as secretary. I made a mistake in making proposal. So after I submit to our lecturer, my lecturer said about our date in proposal it's wrong. So in this problem, I can learn from this mistake. We must double check our work before we submit. Besides that, reviewing your project will help you work out what went wrong and make sure it doesn't happen again. 4 is get closure. Dapatkan penutupan. What I understand about get closure is I have a question about our event. So I ask my team about it at chat, but they slow respond. So I go to ask my lecturer about the question, and my lecturer respond my answer. So once I got the answer from my lecturer, I talk to my team group that I already have the answer, so that they no longer to talk for the answer or find ways to solve my problem. 5 is share information. Sharing the meeting outcome with the rest of your team will help everyone else understand why your project went well or why not. At the same time, we can share information and help who have a question and need to help to solve. 6 is improve morale, meningkatkan lagi semangat. Yes, maybe in postmortem we find a problem, but at the same time we moral boosting to solve the problem. Kita meningkatkan lagi semangat kita untuk menyelesaikan masalah itu. Because we know when we berusaha to do some work, we can contribute directly the quality of our project event. So, my team feel more confident to do the event. Sebab apabila kita berusaha lebih baik, kita akan mendapat sesuatu yang lebih berkualiti. Celebrate, and lastly is celebrate success. Celebrating your success will fire your team for the next project. Similarly, talking out project problems together will give everyone the opportunity to discuss concern and iron out any reasoning. So when we work together, we success together. Maksudnya, apabila kita melakukan project problem yang kita ada di dalam project itu, so kita akan bersama-sama untuk menyelesaikannya. So when we work together, we success together. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Alfina binti Ahmad. Matrix number 36 DTM40134. On this video, I would like to share with you guys about prepare a postmortem. Postmortem means it is a process for discussing and documenting a project effectiveness so we can improve operation and mitigate future risks. The process of conducting a postmortem also produces a document that recaps all of the project events. This document is known as postmortem report. Why we should conduct a postmortem? It is because easy to move on to the next project straight away. Throughout a postmortem, a team can discuss the detail and outcomes of a project, coming away with actionable takeaway. So here, I will explain about the step for writing extensive postmortem report. There is 3 steps, which is before, during, and after the postmortem meeting. Before the postmortem meeting, we should schedule immediately after project concludes. The first step to writing a successful postmortem report is to automatically schedule postmortem meeting after major events. To make this meeting more effectiveness, we should run the postmortem quickly and make sure to schedule the meeting for not more than a week after a project concludes. This is to ensure that the information from our event still fresh in everyone's minds. For example, our event already held on 27 April. we decide to make a postmortem on 30 April. Make sure that each team member fill out a pre-meeting agenda. Have every team member who worked on the project fill out a questionnaire, preferably through Google's DOC. This allows everyone to provide their answer in one place and reviewing what others are saying in the same time. On the meeting, all team members should already review everyone else's notes. It can make short meetings. So, some of this meeting we can take care of in pre-meeting. It is a training, seeking opinions to see how much each person learning. Number 3, answering question, target key, and also persuade people who need proceeding. The last one is create an agenda. Every meeting, we should have an agenda to ensure that we do not run away from our meeting and still on the track. We also should briefly summarize the project and its result. It is because we can take a short time when meeting. Even the meeting took a short time, but make sure that all of the postmortem results are accomplished. That's all from me. I will pass to Hazani Azwa, which is our last presenter, to continue during and after steps for writing extensive postmortem report. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Zeni Azwa binti Yasin. I will continue present about during and after postmortem meeting. During the postmortem meeting, have someone act as a moderator. Moderator is someone who controls or leads a discussion. First, you should also have someone else act as a note taker. A person who takes note, example, the secretary has to play a role, write down everything that have been discussed. Second, having detailed notes makes writing the postmortem report much easier. Nothing will be missed if all the important contents during the meeting are recorded or taken notes. So, writing a postmortem report will be smooth, so easy and quick without missing out on important things. Next is answer key postmortem question. What went right during the project that we should repeat next time? Of course, we want the successful project first, but what we should repeat next time is managing the project together, quality of project, and risk to there. What went wrong that we should avoid next time? Avoid negative issue. Be professional to control your emotion. Next is don't take easy every role. You must together doing work, and don't act smart without asking. Know your weaknesses or strengths during postmortem meetings. What didn't we do this time that we should add to our agenda? First, each member needs to set goal to make an event success. Second, give a simple present to the best members who doing the best work. And always have another plan to add to our agenda. Last for during the postmortem meeting is hear from every voice. If you never hear from certain team members on key talking point, you increase your chance of repeating the same mistake. Teamwork is a key successful project to make sure you don't make the same mistake. So, must listen to the opinions of each member even if their opinions are few. Next is encourage an open conversation where no one is ridiculed and interrupting is discouraged. First, show respect to all members. Listen when they speak and give chance all members to speak to give their opinion. After the postmortem meetings, First, that the project was live. Example, on April 27, the event of Feel the Perfection was held. Second, why the project was launched. The project was launched because to share important information or things that the public need to hear and see. Third is what was launched. An example, Feel the Perfection need to find out why we need to keep our facial skin healthy and good. Next is the result of the project. The launch project was successful or unsuccessful. Number 5. Feedback from all team members. Ask for feedback also from team members to find out what are the weaknesses or strengths of our project. Number 6. Why you need end up with the result you did. We end up with the result because all members of the group had decided to agree to make the project a success. Number 7. What the next action step? The next action step is take things that give positive to the project. Last, number 8. What you are going differently next time? Give a simple free gift to a participant and organizer to keep in memories at the event.